Hey, Greenleaf. So you remember when Jesus was asked about the greatest commandment? He said the greatest commandment is to love God with your whole being. And then he added the second greatest commandment is to love your neighbor as yourself. Well, as it turns out, he was not making that up. He was not being creative or inventive. He wasn't saying anything that hadn't been said before. In fact, he was merely quoting this. Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against anyone among your people, but love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. That's from Leviticus chapter 19, verse 18. And this is challenging enough, right? If we realize the context of loving those who have wronged us, who have harmed us in some way, and not trying to exact revenge on them or holding grudges against them, that can be hard enough. And so surely Jesus had this in mind, but if you keep reading Leviticus chapter 19, farther down, you get this, where Jesus comes at this whole loving others bit from a slightly different angle. It says, when a foreigner resides among you in your land, do not mistreat them. The foreigner residing among you must be treated as your native born. Love them as yourself. For you were foreigners in Egypt. I am the Lord, your God. My strong suspicion is that Jesus had both of these in mind when he said to love others as we love ourselves. Apparently to Jesus, the second most important thing is to love foreigners the way that we love ourselves. And so let me just say this, that as we see those in power beginning to take steps to actively move in the opposite direction, not of love, but in the direction of fear, let me just make a couple suggestions. One, let your hearts be more moved by love than by fear. And to whatever degree you need to ask the Spirit of Jesus to come and do that in you, just ask him to. Let it begin from the inside out. Second, call your representatives, write letters, write emails, reach out to them. Let them know what you think about this. And it may seem oftentimes, I know that we as individuals can feel very helpless and powerless against such a strong tide, but every little bit counts. So make calls, write emails, let them know. And third, let me just suggest that maybe next time that you meet someone from another country, you get to know them and you find out where they're from, you learn some of their story, why not give them a hug? Why not let them know, look them in the eyes and let them know that they belong here, that they are loved, and that they're not merely tolerated, but that they are wanted and that they are welcome. That can be powerful. So go Greenleaf. Love the foreigners as you love yourselves. And stick around soon for another installment of